Hi there. So I will be discussing an interesting topic today with you. So in online programming, in online examination or in online programming scenarios, we often come across some scenario in a particular scenario in which the user is given inputs in one single line, and then he has to take this input and break them and perform some operation on these inputs. So he won't be asked that either I can use these two of these inbuilt function, two of this function. So br.readline. So this can be used as a buffer reader. This is a class of buffer reader, and also sc.nextLine to take some input from the user. So far so good. So he would be asked, please enter integer 1. Then he will be taking that integer using br.readline. And again he would be asked, maybe readline or sc.nextLine or next int for the integer character. But the problem scenario here is a bit tricky. He would be given 12, 13, then 44, then maybe a show, and maybe a Khan, and all this will be given in a single line, in a single line, and then he will be breaking that into based on some regex pattern, some delimited character. So here the delimited character is spaces, and then he will be performing some operation on this space separated value, either whatever it is being asked in the coding section. So I will be giving in a single line some multi-line input in one line, multi-line input in one line, and I will be showing how to take those input in Java and in Python. For that reason, let me open up Visual Studio Code. I will be using this ID, and my program is Multiline. So Multiline. So my program is Multiline. Let me show it in Java. So for this particular program, I will be using scanner class. For this reason, I will be import java.util.star. I will be using this package to take to use the scanner class, and then I will be there will be only one main class. There won't be any public static void main. Okay, there will be only one main class. And since Java treats everything as an array of string character, it is string of args. So there is a spelling mistake in the public in this particular keyword. And let me declare scanner object. Scanner sc equals to new scanner, and this scanner will be taking input from where? From my system. So scann here. Okay, scanner. This scanner will be taking input from my system. For that reason, I will be writing system.in, and then multiple line input. For that reason, let me give a prompt that please enter some input. Please enter some inputs, and let me store that in an array so str, so string array, and it would be sc.nextLine. It would be taking the character from the next line, and the splitting would be based on the regex pattern of spaces. Fine. So let me check whether it is taking the input or not. I will be using for each loop. So for string of I, and it would be taking one character from this str array, and then it would be simply printing that. For that reason, I will be using again sysout, and I will be removing this new line character, then I. Thus the character would be separated by a space. Let me run the program and see whether it is working perfectly or not. So Java C, the name of the program is multiline.java. Fine. The compilation shows no error. Then let me run the program. So multiline. So please enter some input. So he can give any number of input. It doesn't matter how many input he is giving. So it is next line. So next line means he can give string and character and whatever he wishes to, at the rate, dollar, whatever. So let me keep it simple, and so 12, and the last case is 88. So let me keep the input in this format. Let me see whether the inputs are printing perfectly. Whether I am able to take in a multi-line input or not, and they are separated by spaces or not, whether I have achieved the goal or not. So okay, it is working perfectly in Java, and let me show it in Python. So the same program, I will be giving the file name again, multiline.py. Okay, so it would be stored in a variable, and I won't be using any array, but I will be using list. And let me write the structure of map, and then I will be explaining what map does. Then input, and this input will be prompting that please enter some input. Please enter some inputs. So far so good. And the regex pattern for the split character would be nothing but a space. Okay, fine. Let me print it out whether it is working perfectly fine or not. So print, I will be printing A. Okay, I have saved the file. Let me clear out the console CLS and then write Python, and then I will be multiline. So multiline dot py. Okay, fine. So please enter some inputs, 12, 14, say maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 56. Okay, so 12, 14, 8, 9, 56 all are getting printed. So I am able to get multiline input from a single, a multiline input. So let me discuss about map, this particular function map. What it does is that it takes two parameters. One is the function in which it passes the parameter of iterables. This is the function int, and the iterables is input and then split. This iterable character are being passed to a function. Here the function is integer. So whatever input are being given by this iterable input, it is being broken down using the split function and then passed into the function integer to convert the inputs into the integer. Let me also show you whether the type of this particular variable, whether it is a list or not. So I will be writing type A, control S. Let me show you whether it is so let me give the input 12, 4, 5, 6. Let me keep it simple. So see, it is showing class list. While discussing this input, let me show you another interesting thing in Python. There are two particular functions to work with list. One is sort and another is the sorted. So what's the difference between these two functions? So what sort does is that it works on the it works with the list characters, and it sorts them and changes the original list. So the original list is not in the sorted order. So whenever we are writing the sort function, the original list gets hampered, and it gets converted into a ascended sorted list. So, and whenever we are performing sorted on that same list, in that particular line it is showing the list in sorted format, but the original list doesn't get hampered. It stays as it is. Only in the print line section it gets sorted. Let me show you. So type A. So let me print. Let me sorted. Okay, and then we will be okay. So sorted and then A. Okay, let's see what happens when I'm performing sorted, and then after performing sorted again I am printing print A. So let's see whether the original list gets sorted, gets changed or not. And I will be using this is the sorted one. So let me give a console line. So sorted one, fine, and okay, sorted one. Okay, let me keep it simple. Let's not make things complicated. So multiline.py, I'll be giving 12, then 13, then a small character 8, then a bigger character, then 6. So see, 6, 8, 12, 13, 99. So this particular line is from this sorted function. And again when I'm printing the list, 12, 13, 8, 9, 99 and 6. So that is what sort. It doesn't change the original list. Whatever the list was in, it stays as it is, and whenever and in the line in where I'm calling the sorted function, in that particular line, that sorted, that particular list gets sorted in ascending or descending or whatever way you are performing. But if we are performing the sort operation, the original list gets hampered. So if I am performing a.sort and then again I am printing A, the original list gets hampered, and the original list is being changed to a ascending sorted list. Let me run the program once again. 12, then 44, then 5, then 6, then 89, and then a small character say 1. So see, 1, 5, 6, 12, 44, 89. So this is the line from the sorted A. 12, 44, 5, 6, 8, 9, 1. This is the line in the original list was. And whenever I am performing this particular line a.sort and then printing A, see, the original list is getting changed to a sorted ascending order list. So I think that's all for this particular presentation, where we discussed how to take multi-line inputs in Java and in Python, and also we discussed two inbuilt function of list, that is one is short and another one is shorted. So hope you find this intuitive, and see you in future. Thank you. Bye.